This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk us through this 2023 Sunset Trail model 331BH. Okay, so this is not a sales video, it's a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So first of all, we got power stabilizers, as you can see. The rear switch controls both rears, the front switch controls both fronts. You have a pull-out grill here, okay? Now that has to be plugged into the LP system, so you get this quick connect here, and that will be plugged in, let's see here, right there, to that quick connect right there, okay? To your latches here, you got a refrigerator, of course, oops, and running water for your outside kitchen. You have two doors. This one goes right into the bathroom, as you can see. Okay. So you have outside speakers. You have power plus TV signal out if you wanted to put a TV out here. There's your front stabilizer switch. You have the two switches here. This one is inside, and then this one here is the blue light at the top. If you can see that up there, okay. Now you have two cranks. This crank here is you see it's a cylinder with a slot cut in it. Well, if you go around to the other side of the trailer at the stabilizers, there'll be a shaft with a pin through it. You can slide this right onto there, and you can actually crank these stabilizers manually if you get into trouble, if they fail for some reason. So you can do that manually from the off-door side. This crank here is for the power tongue jack. If the power tongue jack was to fail, you just pull this plug out of the top, put it on there, and you can crank it manually, get hitched and unhitched, okay? That's just in case you wanted to purchase a kit for a portable solar battery charger. That's just an option. You have a battery here, deep cycle marine battery. This is the kill switch for the battery. You can shut it off right there if you choose to. You got two LP tanks, which are both full, automatic changeover regulator, and of course your power tongue jack. This is your 50 amp power cord. And we give you the reducers to reduce to a 30 and then on down, okay? Let's see, we'll go this way first. This switch here shuts off your solar panel. Well, let me see here before I say that. Shuts off your power converter, actually. Okay. This is the controller for your solar panel. Right, you can see 13.1 volts. You're gaining 7.0 amps and storing it in your battery from the sun. 52 amp hours of storage. Back to 13 point. Well, we're 7.0 now, but it's rotating. That is 100% charged. Let's let it go by itself here. 52 amp hours. If you can see that. Next, 13.1 volts DC in the system, right? And 7.0 amps gained from the sunlight and stored in your battery, okay? So keep that in mind. That's where you check all that. If this just flashes FUL and will not respond, it's not broke. It's just telling you that there's no more room for storage in the battery, and so it shut the panel off till the energy level drops. So when you drop some amps in the battery, it'll go right back to normal. Okay, keep that in mind. This is your inverter, your power inverter. Now an inverter does the opposite of a converter. An inverter starts with 12 volt DC and inverts it to 110 AC. So you go from DC to AC. So it's taken 12 volt from the battery and it's turned into AC power, And in this case, it sends it right to the refrigerator to keep your refrigerator going. So when you're going down the road, you're not plugged in to AC power, obviously, but your tow vehicle is charging the battery while you're going down the road. The battery is sending 12 volt DC to the inverter. The inverter is converting it to 110 AC and sending it to your refrigerator to keep it cool. Okay? This is the most common way to get water to your trailer. Obviously, this is your city water hookup. You're going to use that 9 times out of 10. If you happen to be camping someplace that does not have city water hookup, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the pump switch is when we get inside. These are both black tank flushes, because you have 2 black tanks because there's 2 toilets. So when you hook the hose of the dump station up to here, it'll flush out the black tank, clean off the sensors really well. Just make sure you leave the valve on the gate valve, the dump valve, open for both of these. And same with the other one. So one for each black tank, for each toilet, okay? It has on-demand water, hot water. So, whoops, you look at it here. Keep in mind that this is a master switch here. It's on now, obviously. So that has to be on. And then I'll show you where the controller is inside. But basically, if it has water available and gas available, it'll give you non-stop on-demand hot water. Your black and gray tanks are down here. Okay. There's another one in the back, of course, for your rear bathroom. There they are here, gray and black. Okay. If you move farther to the back, you got a ladder, which is great. The manufacturer states every 60 to 90 days you need to inspect the roof, so make sure you do that. Stay ahead of any potential problems. It's also got a housing there pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit if you're interested. We have them here. You can get them elsewhere. Just get the kit that fits that housing. Okay. In here, which is locked right now, of course, but in here, this is just where you hook up your campground cable or your satellite, that sort of thing. And then this is for your, if I don't know if you saw the switch in there, or not the switch, but the coiled sprayer. That hooks up right there so you can spray things. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go inside the trailer. Power awning with LED strip, of course. When we first come in the door, we looked at the power inverter, right? That goes from DC to AC. This is the converter. It does just the opposite. It goes from AC to DC. So when you're plugged into shore power, this is your distribution center for AC power. You have circuit breakers just like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. So you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Okay. And there's also a battery tender. So as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery on the tongue has and needs, and it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged while you're plugged in. So it's a distribution panel for AC power. It's an AC to DC converter, and it's a battery charger. That's called the power converter. So that does the opposite of the inverter. This is just your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If not, get it serviced. It's obviously very important. This is your thermostat. You just keep punching it till you go through heating, cooling. Just pick out what you want and it'll turn on. Okay. So you can drop this table down and set it on the cleats here and turn this into a bed if you want. These are all your literature here. That's your smoke detector battery. This is your TV, and this is for your fireplace. Okay. This, let's see if this jackknifes, I believe it does, or no, this comes right off. So this is a hide-a-bed. So this turns into a bed also. You just pull the cushions off, the back cushions off, and unfold it. TV, your TV is also an FM radio. It has 2 speaker zones. A is inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. You have Bluetooth, HDMI ins, and it's a TV, so it does all that and more. Your fireplace is also a space heater, so you'll be able to set the temperature on it, the fan speed, things like that, change the look of the crystals, but it really kicks out the heat. You can use it on, it works on 110 AC, so you can use it on those days where you don't quite need the furnace running. Okay. Your refrigerator, let's see what we got here. I want to make sure I have it correct. Okay, so I'm incorrect on that. Let me get this straight here. Because it looks like this is a DC refrigerator. So in that case, generally speaking, what happens is the inverter actually inverts your receptacles. I'm trying to find another one to look at here. See what it says on here. Yeah, so it will invert the power and power your receptacles, okay? Because you have a 12-volt refrigerator, so it doesn't have to power that. So I was wrong about that. Generally speaking, when you have an inverter like that on a trailer, it has an AC refrigerator, but we've been seeing more and more DC refrigerators in this application, so keep that in mind, okay? Alright, let's see what else. Your range works like any other range, RV range. This is the sparker. You have 3 knobs for the burners, and of course the oven knob. Always keep this in the down position when you're traveling. This is your range hood fan and light. Your microwave works like any other microwave. Okay. This is your bunk room. You got a couch here. You can fold this up and lock it in that position. You can also turn this into a bed. You have this and there's storage underneath. So you basically got 4 bunks in here, which gives you a lot of room for kids and grandkids. Your half bath here. You can enter from the outside door. You have a toilet and a sink and a fan. All the toilets sit over a black tank like they normally do. So you can flush them with the black tank flushes. These toilets work like all RV toilets do in that you need to. It's got a flush pedal here, so you need to put a dose of chemical in the bowl, and then you got to step on the pedal and hold it down long enough to put at least a gallon of water in the tank below, along with the chemical. You can use more than a gallon, but don't use less. So if you don't do that, it'll get clogged up, it'll smell terrible, and it'll just be a mess. So never run it without chemical and water in it. That goes for both of them, of course. This will be your water heater here. Let's see what we got here, right there. You can see it's coming on. I turned on the hot water. Flame is lighting right here. Now the temperature is going up 95, 101, 102, whatever it's set on, but you can't feel it yourself, but it's going up and it's getting hotter here. Trust me on that. So it really works good. Gives you non-stop water. I shut it off and you can see it's cooling down now. Now if you don't have water available, let's say you don't have city water hooked up, or you don't have water in your tank with the pump running, it won't light because it's a safety device. You don't want it burning with no water in it, right? The gas burner burning with no water in it. So it has to have a water source that it can access before it'll actually turn on. All right, this is a GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired to a GFCI. And your shower works like any other shower. I'll put this up here right now so I don't forget. Excuse my camera. Okay. Always, when you're traveling, you always latch this, because if not, they'll slam around and eventually they'll break. One of them will break. So if you have them latched together like that, it won't be a problem. You have TV hookups here and a backing plate for a bracket, a second air conditioner, which is great. That's why it's a 50 amp system. And there's your emergency window. You got some storage under the bed. Okay. Alrighty. I think that covers it. Oh yeah, one more thing here. This is pre-wired for this this signal booster here. You can get it with Wi-Fi. Most people don't do that. They just get the feature that gives you extended or expanded or better public Wi-Fi. It will consist of a router box that fits right here, and an antenna that goes on the roof, and then you just hook all your family's phones to the router, and the router connects to the outside source, you know, campground Wi-Fi or whatever. It just gives you much better signal, better Wi-Fi. So if you can scan that and take a look at it. It's just an option, just like the backup camera is, but you might be interested in that, so keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect the roof. You know, you're going to look at the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation where water can get in. It's already been inspected, it's in good shape. You want to check to make sure nothing's been damaged. None of the roofing material or attachments were damaged by low branches or road debris or anything like that. Just to stay ahead of any possible problems, okay? You're just covering your investment and staying ahead of things, so make sure you do that. And you're all set. It's got water in the system. Antifreeze has been purged out, so you're all set for the summer, okay? Thank you.